Now, all of us, I'm sure, have done a bit of integration. For example, we've integrated with national water, airtime, mobile money, and all that. Now, you realize if you're a company that has 10 million shillings, you're going to have $1 million in national water, $1 million in MTN, $1 million that paying us anyway, if you've done integrations. So you find that if you have your float, if you have, for example, 10 million, your float is spread around, right? So you're going to find that if your users are using water, for example, too much, your balance at national is going to get depleted and transactions are going to start failing. But remember, they're going to say you're out of funds, but now you have 9 million somewhere else. Do you understand? So you find that you have 10 million, but then here there is 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, right? Now, someone is going to buy water, it's going to fail. Say your account balance is low, but now you have 9 million that is not being used. So I put so what if instead of you spreading that float all over, what if there was a way to just have the 10 million in one account, and then every service that needs it just gets off that 10 million? So in short, that's what the Liquidity Rail is about. Now this is a reason why pre-funded account exists. Largely it's because maybe there's no trust and there's need for settlement. But now we are saying that's not ideal because it doesn't work. Now, what are we proposing? So this is just the current setup of how things are. So currently how things are is that you have an aggregator, we know aggregators are around, and then you have a telecom. So now what happens is, from here, from your bank account, you can set to an aggregator or a telecom provider, and then you need people with integrations. You know what an OVA is what I'm talking about. You need account with that, with MTN, for example. So in the current setup, your money coming in is going to be debited from, let's say, your account with MTN or Airtel or any other company to this account. Now, this is for example for MTN only. It's the same for Airtel, for another company, for another company. So you have this structure that is repeating in different companies. So now, what we are proposing is a Liquidity Rail that does this exactly. So the use case I'm using here is sending money. So let's say you want to send money. Now, what happens is with the Liquidity Rail, you're going to say, okay, let's say I'm a client. A client is like a mobile apps that we know. Let's say if I say Cheaper Cash, Muda, any other, those are clients. Now, if, for example, I need to send money from Cheaper Cash to Stanbic Bank, for example, with using the Liquidity Rail, what is going to happen is we are doing what we call no collaboration or free collaboration integrations. So you're going to find that Cheaper Cash, we give them a service for the Liquidity Rail, which is called a bridge server. They run it on their local server. Not anywhere, they run it on their local server. Now, once you give them that, I'm just using an example of Cheaper Cash, but any wallet. Now, the users of that wallet, let's say they want to send money to MTN, for example. We give another service to MTN. Now, those two services are running. One is running on the MTN service, on the MTN server, and on the Cheaper server. Those are examples I still repeat. Now, what happens is when someone with a Cheaper Cash wants to send 5,000, that request is going to go through our Liquidity Rail, or it's called a bridge server that they've installed locally. Now, once it does that, it's going to send a transaction on the blockchain. Now, Cheaper doesn't need an integration with MTN, and there is no interaction between their app and MTN. All they do is they have a service on their local server. Someone just sends, we give them a service, they run it on their server. Then when they send their transaction, that transaction is broadcasted to the blockchain. So on the MTN side, now we have there what we call a listening server. So MTN is listening for any transactions that are coming to their public address. Now, we've written a smart contract. So the moment MTN picks up such a transaction, it's going to contain some metadata, which includes the service ID, and an account number, phone number. So the moment MTN receives such a transaction, we have a public file. So we have a public file that now says, now, on the MTN side, they pick up that transaction and then they process it because it has a service ID. If the service ID is, for example, 1, we all agree that 1 is MTN bundles. If the service ID is 2, we know 2 is mobile money. So the moment we receive the transaction on the blockchain with the service ID encoded and an account number, which is a phone number, they know this is mobile money, this is 078 blah blah, and then the transaction has something called, it's a blockchain transaction, so it has a token amount. So you know the amount. So in that way, you find that MTN and Chipper, no interaction, first of all. So they are able to pick up transactions and pay. Now, the same, now imagine you replicate MTN, Airtel, Water, and all that. Because transactions are going through the blockchain, you don't need float accounts on MTN, Airtel, and here. Because now, you as Chipper, all you have is your public and private key that holds what you call CUGX assets. This product right now is on the Celo platform and it's being expanded to other platforms. So it's using a coin called CUGX. It's a stable coin for UGX. So you find that if you have 10 million tokens, those are a representation of how much value you have. Now you can broadcast those transactions to whoever supposedly runs the Liquidity Rail server without you needing to prevent those accounts. Because on the blockchain, now I'm talking about CUGX, but think about USDC, think about Ethereum. If I send a USDC, for example, USDC to a company like MTN or any other company, we all know that on the blockchain, the moment I receive USDC, settlement is done. I don't need to again now tell me that I need to send $1,000. If on the Liquidity Rail, MTN receives $1,000 USDC from this account, and I'm saying fund this account with $1,000 worth, you're not going to come back to me and say that I sent this 1,000, I need it because the moment you receive USDC, we are done, like business is over, no need for settlement. So that's where we're coming from, that, and that's what the Liquidity Rail is. Now, maybe if I can, yes please. Now, since this is a Devfest, maybe I would going to share my link of the Liquidity server. There is a whole documentation about how it works and how you can use it. Sorry. So now it's a whole written documentation about how it works. It's written very well. It has binaries for different operating systems. You can download the binaries and then you can see how to start the commands to start running it. Running it as a client, this is what you do. For example, if you're running it as a Chipper Cash in my context, then these are the JSON requests and responses you get.